everyone, I'm the Diddy Stitcher. My pronouns are she, her. Welcome back if you're coming back. Welcome if you're new and just seeing me for the first time. It's good to have you here. It is Thursday the 3rd of August. Lots to talk about today. We'll start with tarot because I pull a tarot at the start of my videos for the Stitchy community. Last video we had the Six of Swords, which was transitioning into a new mindset. Yeah. I'm trying to think if that really came to fruition for me. Maybe. This week, I've already pulled and we've got the Page of Pence. I love pages. Pages bring messages. Usually good news. Page of Pence is they're like the really good student. Like really attentive with their work, kind of a prodigy maybe. Pences, we always think about like the material world. So maybe some good news about some money, or like a message to maybe look at your money, maybe be mindful, maybe make some good choices, try to make some good choices, or sometimes it can be like a little windfall. Just thinking about it, this kind of speaks to me because we have been looking at our money recently. If you're in the UK and have kids, you might know about like the 33 hours childcare and how it's not really as good as it seems. But that kicks in for Anna next month, so that's going to be not a whole load of weight off our shoulders. But I've been looking at the spreadsheet that I have, and it's gonna take a little, maybe breathe a bit easier, maybe. That's just what I thought immediately when I thought of this. I thought of pages, usually young people, and the money around that. So that was my interpretation. We'll leave them there and see what they think. So that was that. Some other things. I finally got my contacts back in. Hallelujah. I feel like I'm like a whole new person. also got my hair cut. Went a bit shorter. Don't know if I should have done that. But I've curled it, or just scrunched mousse in it and stuff. It's all a bit of a mess, but yeah, I'm like, oh, I can see. Isn't it wonderful to be able to see? I envy people that don't have to pay money to see. Anyway. So that's what I'm loving. I'm loving not having my glasses. I didn't realise how much I really like my contacts. I'm very glad to have them back. I really hope I don't get another eye infection. So last week, I had a little giveaway. My clock's up there. So if you watched my last video, I got this clock from IKEA, really cheap one. It's got holes in. I used pearl cotton to like stitch on it, make it really funky. I can confirm it is not a TikTok clock. It is a very quiet clock. I'm very impressed with it. So yeah. So I had some leftover pearl cotton, just in these like random colours. For you to, if you wanted to do the clock project, and also these little ornaments if you didn't want to do the clock project, if you just wanted something else with some patterns for each one of those. Just something that I had in my stash that'll go with the pearl cotton. So the winner is Bronwyn Malone. I'm so sorry. Bronwyn, please email me down below with your address, and I will get your little prize out to you. A lot of you love the clock. I'm very happy with the clock. I don't have a giveaway today. I don't do a lot of giveaways like every single video, but I'm like this close to like 800 subscribers, and I think if I got to like 1,000 I would do a big giveaway. So if you want to tell your friends, tell them to pop over, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I don't normally do the whole like subscribe thing, but it would be nice. So finishes. What have I got? So my first finish you've already kind of seen, but it's an FFO. It's my stocking. I'm so happy with this. So I stitched this Dimensions Gold kit stocking for my daughter Anna. Hated it. I will not be doing another one. But I sent this to Lynn's Heartfelt Finishing, and I think she's done a great job. So I kind of gave her an idea of a backing fabric. I wanted like stars rather than snowflakes, and I think she picked a really good one. It's all piped around the edge, so it's nice and sturdy. It's got a nice loop, and it's all fully lined in there, and there is no way on this green earth that I would be able to do something like that. So I'm very happy with that. Very happy, but I will not be stitching another Dimensions Gold kit. But yeah, I'll go put this in a cupboard somewhere until Christmas, and hopefully remember to take it out, because like all of the Christmas decorations are in the loft. So if I get Christmas stuff not at Christmas, when I like put everything away, it just ends up in a cupboard, and then usually I'll find it in January when I've put the stuff away again. Anyway, I'm sure I won't forget about it. Maybe if someone could remind me, that would be great. My next finish is the post office. This is a Mill Hill Buttons and Beads kit. This is the Christmas Village series, and this is the post office. It's it's finished for now. I've done all the stitching. I started doing the back stitch here, but then there's other back stitch in here that I'm gonna have to do anyway when I come back to it, because this is my big wall hanging. Ooh, look how pretty that is. I never see it much like this. Yeah, I'm doing 12 of these Christmas villages, kind of sort of in the order that they've released. I beaded the first 2 and then realised that I wouldn't be able to keep it in my Q-snap if I kept doing that. So what I'm doing is I'm just stitching the whole thing, and then I'll go back and bead the whole thing and the little bit of back stitch that's needed on each one of them. So the next one will go here, and it'll be the skating pond, which is not really a building. It's just like that scene with like the 2 people skating. But then there'll be another building, and then another like the caroling one, I think. And then that'll be one. I think this is like a half yard. Maybe a whole yard? I can't remember. Fabric. This is Dirty. I think she's called Dirty by Zweigarten. 28 count linen. It's quite nice. Yeah, and I'll probably have to send it off to Lynn for finishing it again, because I don't think I can do that. I mean, this is a huge piece of fabric. I'm not going to use all of that. And the next, I've got more kits for the next one, and then there's enough kits for like another 3rd one as more come out. So yeah, that was my finished on the post office for that one. The next one will be caroling, but I'm just going to put it away for now. And then my next finish and FFO is queer liberation will not come from rainbow capitalism. Is the Let's Make a Statement Sal from D of D's 20 Stitches, and I finished the stitching one afternoon. I can't remember when, Monday afternoon, and then I was like, oh well, I'll just FFO it later, and then I ended up just sitting and watching Flosstube and FFOing it. I'm gonna get it down so I can show you properly. Please ignore the mess that is the wall. A little bit of backstory. So this area that I'm sat in used to be like a built-in closet, and it was a complete waste of space the way it was done. So when we renovated all the upstairs of the house, we got this ripped out. So this is just some plasterboard that's just been painted one coat of white, because we hadn't decided what we wanted to decorate. So whatever I put up there, even if it's a command strip, it'll take the tiny bit of paint that's on the plasterboard. So we need to actually decorate. Anyways, this is what you want to look at. Oh, that's twisted. I am so happy with this. I can't even. Like, as soon as I saw the first one and D had like folded it, I don't think they'd actually FFO'd it, just folded it, and it just looked amazing. I knew that I wanted like a banner that I would just add to. So I had this trim. It's technically like a gift wrap ribbon from Paper Chase that closed down here in the UK, and I only got one thing of it, so I think I can do maybe 4 or 5 more before I run out of this trim, and then I'll have to think of something else if D has more than kind of 7 or 8 things to talk about, which I'm sure they have. So yeah, this one. No, this one. Oh no, the thing came off. The little barber came off. I'll super glue that in. So yeah, this is Queer Liberation Will Not Come from Rainbow Capitalism, stitched in all the call fours, apart from the blue is a different blue, and I don't have the variegated one, so I just put the pink and the blue and the white where I kind of think it's best to go. I'm doing it on a 28 count navy even weave by Sprycart. And yeah, I just hand stitched. I got like the tiniest bit of batting and then really thick black felt, and then I tacky glue the bobble on, and then hand stitch it, and then stitch the ribbon on. And then the ribbon's going to run out at some point as well, so it's fine. I'm going to have to do another one if there's more than another 4 or 5. But then I think I will just make it like different. Do you know what I mean? Anyway. So yeah, I was a bit upset that this kind of matched, you know, like that. But I think that's just something that I notice, and it's fine. And yeah, I'm going to have to super glue that in somehow, but that'll be fine. I just love it so much. It makes me super happy. It makes me super happy to hang it behind me. I really hope this is my thumbnail, otherwise I'm going to make some new thumbnails because I always get the really crap thumbnails. I have to make some actual ones where it's like a cut out of me or whatever. Thank you, Dee. I love these. Should I go put them back up? I'm gonna put them back up because it looks weird behind me now. Yay! I love them so much. I'm sorry that they have to be said, but I love them so much. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean. Okay, so they were all my finishes. 3 finishes. Give or take. So, whips. So did I show you this last time? Was this started last time? Don't think so. This is Ink Circles After the Roses. So this is part of the Michelle Bendy's hashtag first most magnificent round robin. First most magnificent ink circles round robin. But is it the second? Because we didn't jump on this train right away. We were kind of left behind. Me, Deanna, Rob, and Rachel kind of jumped on it later. Anyway, that to say, this is my start. So yeah, we're doing 1/4 of our own choice of pattern, and then we're going to send it on to the next person to stitch another 1/4, and I'm going to get someone else's pattern to stitch a 1/4. So I get to stitch on 4 ink circles, but 4 different 1/4s, because it's just repeated. Most of the ink circles patterns are just a repetition. So if you're going to stitch 4 1/4s of something, you might as well stitch 4 different 1/4s of something and end up getting the one that you want completed. Did that make any sense? I'm not too sure. Anyway, so I'm stitching this on my favourite 32 count Lucan, which is a cotton linen blend. It's beautiful to work with. I'm hoping that my other fellow stitchers agree. So that was my start. These are the colours. It's all classic colourworks. Beautiful palette. I'm missing hickory sticks and red currant, but I've just got an alert on for when they come back into stock. So I'm just stitching around, and when they come in I'll just finish that stitching. Hopefully, I think we've agreed like beginning of September to kind of all get it in the mail and moved on. So yeah, I think that's kind of whole as well because that came. But yeah, really liking this. Which way's up? That way's up. Was I showing it that way before? Yeah, so these blocks here, so there's like a bit of hickory sticks here, a bit of red currant here. I think it's quite a big one. I think I chose the biggest of the group. I don't know if that's fair. And it's not, so because I'm doing the biggest of the group, it's not exactly, you can't split it exactly into 4. So I'm kind of going over the halfway line where it makes sense. Like if I went up to the halfway line and there's just like 1 stitch of a colour left for the next side, I'll just stitch that stitch. And I think that makes it a little bit fairer. But yeah, I'm just loving being a part of this. So that's ink circles. Next whip was also a new start. I got enabled by Amy, Pearls and Ponderings. She started Chatelaine Christmas Tree Mandala, and I've had that pattern for a while, and it's just one of the little ones. It basically just uses DMC and 2 petite treasure braids and some Mill Hill beads, so it's not too difficult, and it's a small one. So this is the center, obviously. Then you got like a round of like fencing, and then a tree, and then this will be the border. So it fits. It'll probably be like 6 by 6 inches when it's finished. So yeah, I got a lot done. I really want to get that that fencing kind of over with, because it's just really, really fiddly backstitch. You can see I've like frogged a bit here. There's so much frogging that I've done. You kind of have to frog because it's supposed to be symmetrical in that. You can't really fudge it. So this is a 32 count pearl grey, I think. As I got, everything's in my Notion link below. All of the info for all of my projects, past and present and future, are in there. If I make a mistake saying something, but yeah, I think this is pearl grey. So it gives it that nice kind of cool wintry feeling. Yeah, it's just one of those things that I've just on this startathon that I've been doing. I'm kind of not precious about starting things anymore. I'll talk about my board, but if the space on the board, I'll probably just start it. And then the last thing I was working on was Autumn Queen, and I'm so excited to show you guys this. Are you ready? Look how beautiful she is! I'm so happy with her. So yeah, I've done a lot of work. I finished off all of that 1/1 skin. That's like 3,400 stitches, individual stitches. It's a lot. I backstitched her face because she was looking a bit scary. I'll put this side by side because I've taken it side by side of that, like before backstitching, after backstitching. And it's making me feel a lot better. And now I can like sit with her face a little bit, and if I want to change any backstitching later on, I can do. But it also gives that kind of finished look to the top. So yeah, everything from here up is finished apart from beads. All the backstitching, all that 1/1. Yeah, I'm really happy with her. So this is Dove Grey, I think, or is the chatelaine Dove Grey? It's in my Notion. Now I want to say this is pearl grey and the chatelaine is Dove Grey. Anyway, 32 count, I think. Yeah. Using all the Krynic. So I started like down here to find the center and then worked up. I started this at the Floss Friends retreat last year with Amy, Pearls and Ponderings. This was like our kind of birthday start because we're both October babies, autumn babies. So yeah, really, really, really happy with my progress there. And this is kind of decided that when I work on something, I kind of want to set a goal when I start it. Oh, my arm's getting tired. So I didn't really have a goal when I picked this up and started it, but then once I was in it and I was doing that 1/1 skin, I was like, okay, this is not getting put away until I finish that 1/1 skin. I still have this hand to do when it comes down here. There'll be more 1/1 and more of that like kind of detailed back stitching. But yeah, obviously the majority of that's her face. So yeah, a lot of stitching was done in this. So yeah, I think the back stitching was on this brooch here and her hand, and then a little bit on this cuff here, and then there's kind of no back stitching down here, apart from this follows. There's just this like thread for when I do the rest of this cape, and this follows down. But I wanted to kind of tick most of the back stitching off the list for this one. I did consider beading. But again, with the Q-snap, I think I'll just do that at the end. And I mean, this is a tiny thing compared to the whole thing. There was someone shared a pattern for the 1/1 kind of conversion of, you know, how to blend it a little bit better, and that did go in Pattern Keeper. That's how I know it was like around the 3,400 stitches mark. But the rest of it is just the paper pattern. So I'm not sure kind of where I am, but like, you know, this is her top. I'll put the picture in, and then there's like, you know, this huge skirt. So this is by nowhere near complete, but glad I kind of hit that goal. And it'll be fun to come back to her later. So yeah, very happy with her. So that was all my whips. So my haul was my ink circles threads that I showed you. Hello Treacle, who I've talked about before, the lovely Amy. She has a kit subscription box. And I don't sign up for kit boxes because I have a lot of stash. I don't need like thread and bobbins and all that jazz. But she's just launched like a PDF only subscription, and so for £2 something, you get the PDF of whatever the pattern is that month and the entire back catalogue. So I highly encourage you to go check that out. I will link it below, because all of her patterns are really good. They're like snarky and lots of good fun. This is Fuck the Tories. And this was an embroidery piece from her. But, you know, if you like this, you're gonna like all of her stuff. So yeah, if you're just for like that monthly donation to kind of help her manage her small business, I think it's well worth it. You know, I'm a patron of Michelle Bendy's Patreon, and I like that kind of a small amount each month is helping designers do what they do, to have that kind of steady income, and you get like the patterns as a thank you, really. So yeah, I'll link Hello Treacles below. And then speaking of Michelle, I got some goodies in the mail. So as part of Michelle's Patreon thing, we get to log in and watch her record her Flosstube live, which is a ton of fun. If you're not a patron of Michelle's, go check her out as well. I'll link her Patreon below. There's different tiers and you can sign up for any one of them, but I really like being a part of her community. There's a lot of good people in there. and not that this is part of the Patreon, but she wanted to give away a load of fabric. She just wanted rid of it. So we all got to, you know, find a piece that we like, and she sent it to us. So this is the piece I chose. How stinking beautiful is that? This is I think it's a 32 count, but I did measure it and it's coming out about a 34 count, and it's a Jody fabric. Steel City Stitches. Put your teeth in. Steel City Stitches. Can't remember what like her little company name is, but you know them. And this is just gonna be absolutely perfect for Moonglow, by Nora Corbett. So now that I've shown you this, I'm probably gonna start it, because I have room for some fancy ladies on my board, and I'll talk about that later. But yeah, just for being like, Michelle's just wonderful. She's just wonderful. And then of course she didn't send it by itself. We got this awesome sticker. I love a sticker. A little one of her freebie charts. And this skein of, she threw in this skein of floss. I think it's one from Owl Forest. I think I've not had their kits before, but it's an owl, and I think this is how their flosses come. Very cute. Thank you, Michelle. Love you. Yeah, I'm gonna start Moonglow because that's been sat there forever, and I need to do that. And now I have the perfect fabric, because yeah, there was, what did I have? It's on the floor there because I ripped it out. I was like, I'm not stitching it on that anymore. I'm gonna stitch it on this. That's all. Plans. Okay, so you'll know and love the board. It got a little bit of an upgrade. So after I'd rejigged it to kind of look like this, I've put some star stickers on so I know what colour project bag they're in. Those like just cheapy project bags. And then I am putting them upside down and kind of moving them across of when I worked on them. So Autumn Queen got worked on, and now I'm still in a Fancy Lady kick. So I'm gonna work on Angel of Love next. I already got it out, let me show you. So this is where I am. Lavender and Lace, Angel of Love, the Beady Beast. we're kind of doing a stitch along, me and Megan. More like just an encouragement thing, to get her done. So in the spirit of setting a goal before I kind of start, I think I'm going to do like another 20 rows, like 2 blocks of 10, to kind of get a bunch in there. I mean, this is the chunky beast. I think it's like 240 odd stitches, so tall. I think this is 10. I've done 10 so far. Or maybe 20. Yeah, maybe 20. So if I do another 20, like, if I do that every month, that's not going to happen. Don't tell that. No. Why would I say that? If I do it every month, if I do 20 every month, I'll be done in a year. It's never going to happen. Not in a million years. But I'm in a Fancy Lady kick. So while that's on, we'll do that, and we'll start Moonglow, and I will keep working on ink circles because that's got a deadline. So let's make a statement, like I've put down here, but I'm keeping the thing. Oh, I've already got Moonglow, their own magnet. So we'll put that up there. Let's make a statement. I'm sure there will be more. So that's staying down there. Mother's Arms. I should probably start her as well. Maybe not this week. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it like that. For now, none of this is really calling me. So I'll just work on Moonglow's not as big as Angel of Love, obviously. So I could maybe just crack on with that and see how far I get. I'll have to look at the pattern and see how I tackle it, because obviously there's like the big full coverage, I'm guessing, like blanket that she sat on, but then she herself is just a lot of backstitch and then a lot of beads. I'm gonna pull out the pattern and make a game plan about that. So that's all the stitching. Life, we just had our friend Ashley visit for the weekend, which was really great. Haven't seen him in like 2 years, which is crazy. He was best man at our wedding. Anna absolutely adores him. Was very upset when he left. It was very sweet. Keeps asking when he's coming back already, which is again really sweet. But it did get her sleeping in her own bed because Ashley was here in the spare room. So Alex couldn't get kicked out into the spare room. So we were like, Anna, you have to sleep in your own bed because Daddy's got nowhere to go. And she did. She was like wanting to make Uncle Ashley proud in that way. So I don't want to make you a complex, but yeah. It's actually been really good because we actually get some sleep. I do love the cuddle. She comes through still and is like, Mommy, I need a cuddle. Take me back to bed. So she doesn't want to get in bed with us, which is good. But yeah. Any of the other life stuff? We've just been kind of ill. I'm sick of being ill. I'm sure it's this weather. Here in the UK, we've had just like 3-4 weeks of just rain. Constant rain. Like there was literally, I think, 72-hour plus period where it did not stop raining for a minute. It's been quite bad. I was speaking to my hairdresser as well, and I was like, I'm just annoyed and I don't know why, and my hair annoys me. And we broke it down and we thought it was to do with the weather. And I wasn't. Maybe I was PMSing a little bit. But I think it was mostly the rain. Now that I've curled it a bit, it's not too bad. I'll see how this goes the rest of the day, if it all just falls flat. I'm rambling, I'm waffling. So yeah, Bronwyn, email me please, and I'll get that out to you. Check on your finances. I'm very tired. I think I'm gonna go get a cup of tea. Stay safe. Love you all. Bye.